Cooks in the Kitchen. Today we're going to make a dish that was invented in Mexico, which is a little surprising since it's often served in Italian restaurants. But Cesar Cardini, the gentleman who made this recipe in Mexico, was an immigrant from Italy. So here we go. The gentleman was trying to come up with what he could in 1924. Just from his restaurant that he had sitting around. He was low on stuff and he threw together this Caesar salad. So this recipe is definitely a favorite. We eat this about once a week. So today I'm going to show you. We do the dressing first, which is a half a cup of good olive oil. This happens to be a good one that I buy. It's from Napa. Half a cup of that. Let's see if I can see this without my glasses on. Half a cup of this. We're going to blend this up in this little food processor. If you have a blender, that would probably work. There's got to be a way to do it without either device, but this is what we have. Matthew likes to call it our Barbie blender for some weird reason. It's weird.
Because it's pink.
It's pink. Then the recipe also calls for 2 to 3 garlic cloves, and I think that's baloney. So we double that, and I have 6 garlic cloves that I've cut them in half because I like to make sure they get blended up pretty well. So we start with blending this, and we'll add the other ingredients in a minute. Okay, that looks good. I just love how golden that is. Alrighty, so let's stick this on here because it's messy. All right, to this we're going to add all these other things. This is a half a cup of grated Parmesan. I actually only had shredded Parmesan, and I've used that before, and it doesn't come out as smoothly, so I smushed this up to make it more like a grated consistency.
How did you do that?
I put that in a plastic bag and used a rolling pin until it was
How clever.
consistency. Thank you, Coach. Then a little bit of pepper. You know, there's amounts of these things. I just do it by eye now. I'm not even sure. You can't usually use too much pepper, so that's probably about a half a teaspoon of pepper. I'll do the salt next, which is about the same amount. Somewhere around half a teaspoon. A whole teaspoon of dry mustard. I think some recipes call for Dijon, but I'm happy with this recipe, so I'm sticking to it. All right, we have that. A couple shakes of Worcestershire, worst sauce ever, whatever people like to call that. Just a couple shakes. That's actually an ingredient that Caesar used in his original recipe. Then, I believe my recipe calls for like a tablespoon or something of lemon juice. I just use the juice of a lemon. When you can get Meyer lemons, that's always better. But I like the tanginess of using plenty of lemon juice. You could use the concentrated lemon juice, you know, that comes in the bottle if you want to. Ooh, that seed missed it. All right, then my egg. Now the deal about the egg is, I researched this because this could be a little controversial, but you don't have to use an egg because it's raw and we're gonna, you know, it's not gonna cook this. Sometimes a coddled egg has been used, but my research showed that as long as you eat this right away, like I'm gonna mix this up and stick it right in the fridge until we eat dinner, it's probably gonna be just fine. You can also substitute yogurt. We have never had a problem, but just know that there could be a risk of salmonella, but you know, my eggs are fresh and we don't really worry about it. Never had a problem. Did I forget anything? Almost always forget something. Nope, that's it. All right, so I'm gonna blend this up. I like to make it nice and creamy. Okay, that's all there is to that. I will say if you ever get to use a farm fresh egg for this, it makes the most beautiful golden color of dressing. I'm gonna just put this right back in my cup that the oil was in. to pour over the salad in a little while. But I'm also going to show you my perfectly cooked chicken breast in a minute, and that's going to go over this. So that's why this is getting put aside for now. Okay, there we go. This is probably enough for, you can make it last over 3 good sized salads. We usually use most of it for 2 salads. I always end up throwing the rest a little bit away if I don't use it right away. So there you have it. There's the Caesar dressing. I'm going to show you how to make the perfect chicken breast. I struggled with this, and they were always dry or something yucky about it. Just a perfectly cooked chicken breast you couldn't get. So I found this method and I swear by it. So here's what we're going to do. First of all, we're going to, let me just say also that I buy the chicken breasts frozen, where they're all like a whole bunch of them in a package. They're all individual. This is our preferred type of chicken breast. It's just great for the 2 of us. Okay, so first we're going to pound it. It doesn't have to be like super thin or anything. And I'm using plastic to keep it from squirting juices all over. I also put it on a plastic cutting board so that I can toss that into the dishwasher afterwards, so we don't get any cross-contamination issues. Let out my frustrations. Okay, so I pounded that much, then I'm going to wash my hands. Okay. Then you season it any way you want to. When I'm making salad, which is pretty much the only time we use this chicken. No, I guess it's not. I could use this for something else. But anyhow, I'm just going to salt this.
You used it for pasta before.
Oh, I got the wrong one. This will be fine. Yeah, I've used this for pasta before. This is just some garlic seasoning that we have. Whoa, that makes a nice mess, huh? Okay. Put that on both sides. Now I got gunk on me again. Okay, salt and some of this. Make another little mess. All right, so that's that much of that. I'm gonna get you to the rest in a second. Okay, so I'm going to cook the perfect chicken breast over here now. So I've got a little bit of olive oil in the pan. Already did that. I've got this heating up. I have, with our stove and this pan, I have it on about medium. My idea here is I'm gonna cook it for 1 minute, and I want it to be really sizzly hot. So I'm going to take the chicken breast that I seasoned with salt and whatever else I wanted to, which was the garlic seasoning. I'm going to lay it in here. That's the sound I wanted, and cook that 1 minute like that. This is the coolest thing ever. I love this. We do use this also when I make a creamy pesto dish. I really hate that it splatters everywhere. Okay, that's about done. Now, ding ding. All right, now we're going to turn it over. And I'm going to switch to the back burner because it's not as hot. And put it on low, covered for 10 minutes. We'll come back when that 10 minutes is up. Okay, so this has been cooking on low heat now for 10 minutes. You don't touch it. You don't take the lid off. Also, I should add that when I first read about this recipe, it said whatever size chicken breast you use, it almost always is going to come out perfect. Okay, so now that's over. I'm going to turn off the heat, take it off the heat. It should sit there for at least 10 minutes to finish its cooking. I usually do this ahead of time and let it sit until we need to put it on the salad, which is going to be another 20-30 minutes, so it'll be totally fine. Comes up perfect. So we'll check that out later when we go to put it on our salad. Okay, my chicken is done, my lettuce, and we've got some sweet million cherry tomatoes on here from our greenhouse. And I'm going to cut up the chicken and assemble this salad for us to eat. So you can see that the chicken came out beautiful. It's juicy in the middle. That is not pink. Lighting's kind of weird, but I'm just going to cut this up the way I like to have it. Move my bowls over here. That's just super tender. I'm gonna put, let's see if I can do this. Half of each of this on each of our little salads. If I can. This is the tricky part. It's a balancing act. Okay, this one is mine. And this one is Mr. Cook's. Oops, they're running away. Okay, there's that part. One of these days I'll show you about my homemade garlic sourdough croutons, but not today. This was enough today. So I like lots of croutons. Matthew doesn't like a whole lot, so I'm just gonna give him a few.
Perfect.
Buttery. And then what do I do next? Let's see. I guess the dressing is usually next. Here's the dressing. It's nice and thick. Put some of that on here. Look at that, it's beautiful. Gonna be garlicky. It's almost sometimes so garlicky it's hot, but we like it like that. Okay, a little bit left. Sometimes I have a salad the next day, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. That, okay, a little bit of the shredded Parmesan.
I thought it was rolled.
No, this is regular. No, this is the shredded. It's not rolled grated. Then for our garnish today, and actually adding a little flavor to this, is going to be a little anchovy. You know, Mr. Cardini's brother Alex showed up and said we should put anchovies on the salad and call it an aviator salad. Thanks, brother. That was 2 years later after he invented the salad. These are tricky. They're lovely little anchovies in oil. They add a nice little, oop, they got extra. You don't care. They add a saltiness that's just delicious. That's plenty there, look at that. Eek. Oh my gosh, it's reminding my dad's sardine sandwiches. Okay. And we're gonna put a little shake of Maldon salt on there. And that's not it. Would you like some fresh ground peppers, sir?
Yes, please.
Okay. Say when.
Oh, thank you. That's good.
You didn't say when.
I didn't.
So it doesn't count.
When?
Okay.
Oh, wait, that's yours.
Mine. Okay, so there you have it. There's our salads, and we pulled out a bottle of this delicious Rombauer Chardonnay. Chardonnay is a really good wine to have with this kind of a salad. Oh, I'm making a shadow, huh? So there you go. There's Caesar salad, a la Miss Kelly. And thank you for watching Two Cooks in the Kitchen. We'll see you next.